Well, when the going gets weird, I guess the weird turns pro. The hip-hop scenario. These new frequencies are stimulating the DNA. This is being realized or received by our energy fields through energy waves or pulses. Energy pulses, flashes of light, if we could perceive them. This process is causing us to perceive things in a new way. Our thought is influenced by our DNA and its ability to initiate and or respond to frequency. The thought, awareness, and process, or TAP. Thought, awareness, process. TAP. It's funny. The after effects of TAP can be manipulated through or by the DNA, for better or for worse. It is a form of holographic communication, causing specific results that I have termed hip-hop. You know that Dead Prez song, It's Bigger Than Hip-Hop? Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get him, no, they won't get us all. I'm down for running up on them in their city halls. I'm not very skilled in the lyricism, but there it is. Consciousness is stimulated by awareness, which causes an energy to result. This energy moves consciousness in a specific direction. Perception is the result of the expansion or restriction of the conscious mind. The ability of one to respond to and translate the holographic impulse projection, or hip. That would be the hip and the hop. What we are seeing, or the manner in which we are seeing or feeling this new hip, is the result of our response to the overall holographic grid. We are reading the frequencies and patterns of light, and as we respond to the new frequencies, our brains access new octaves of thought, and we, like children in an amusement park, are playing and creating new visual patterns and new thought patterns. We are creating and responding to HOP, or the holographic overall perception. Remember, this is all new and no one has a reference for these new frequencies. They are new data. Virgin thoughts, so to speak, we are accessing. As we develop our ability to hip-hop, we access the deeper level of understanding of the technique. It becomes second nature. We do not even think about the degree to which we perceive the matter. If we become truly adept at hip-hop, we can send frequencies and soon receive the desired results. This process can work in two ways. Using the hip-hop technique, I project a thought matrix that radiates through my holographic field. Let's say I project the epitome of a perfect body. Well, if I think thin, I become thin. If I think energy, I become energy. If I learn to project not just as a visual, but include it with emotion, well, there is the trick to the trade. Remember the old saying, I am having a bad hair day? Well, when you do have a bad hair day, no matter what you do to yourself or how you dress up the puppet, you will not appear to yourself as you desire. Yet, the moment you change your attitude or something happens, which does, poof, you're beautiful. People pick up feelings before they pick up thought. It's natural. If I learn, therefore, to project feelings and filter my own bad thoughts, you feel me before you see me. It's the old Hollywood thing. People see you as a result of your emotional broadcast. It overrides the optic nerve. If I could somehow control the frequency in the air around you, say, by the broadcasting of radio signals, I could influence the way you perceive things. No, you say. Then why is it when you are in a bad mood, everything takes on negative outlook? Ooh, this is very interesting. Colors are not as bright, and we cannot hear the music the way it is played. We hear what people are saying differently than what they actually said. Is any of this familiar to you? Of course it is. Now, imagine broadcasting this frequency with all the power of a satellite. People would see what you desired. Yes. Well, this is exactly how a shape shifter works. They manipulate the frequency and you feel and you perceive them as they intend. Unfortunately, this is not a Stephen King article. It is actually occurring. Beginning to understand yet? I know I am beginning to understand. Inner, over, and understand. Good. Then let's take it to another notch. Onward and upwards. What if I was not only projecting hip frequencies that affected how you optically perceived me, hop, but I was able to tap, T-A-P, into you and read your emotional frequencies and project them back to you, i.e. hip-hop. What if I was technically advanced and played with the radionics such as harp and ELF transmitters I built in my garage as a hobby and played these things all over town? He's saying, what if? I could project frequencies that affected the neighborhood and whole groups of people, couldn't I? Well, welcome to mind control and the image setting of our special effects department here at Imposed Realities Incorporated. That is how it is done. We hope you enjoy our new hip-hop subliminal mind games. And remember, we have free upgrades every month. Ghost Wolf comedy. Okay, so you think this is all bunko? Go invest in 2 99-cent plants at a local supermarket. Place one in a room and play only rap music 24 hours a day. This is an awesome experiment. I think I know where he's going with this. In the other room, place another plant and play only classical music for 24 hours a day. Given the temperatures are the same, And the sunlight is the same. Take a good look at these plants 6 weeks later. And then you tell me the frequency does not affect consciousness. Now, just because I know you are and have a defensive mind, I do. I'm guilty of being defensive. It's just truth. I'm going to ask you to experiment a little further with my hip-hop theory. Just to prove I am wrong about all of this. Because if I can be proven I am wrong about this, I would sleep better at night knowing I was just crazy. That's some truth right there. Practice with your emotions and project them around. See how people respond. Now you can't cheat. You have to be sincere. Really, make the effort. And when you write me special notes about this, I will take you to meet some of our friends after I give you the course in shielding yourself against the broadcast emissions. But you will have to sign a hold a harmless with imposed reality incorporated. I do no harm, but take no shit. Shit. Do not take shit. Do no harm, but take no shit, and build bridges out of the emptiness and the pain. Transmute that shit. Now this is because we cannot be responsible for the effects of what you will see when their masks and their makeup is removed. The days of destiny are upon us. Within every man and every woman, there are 2 wolves. Which wolf will you feed? One makes you strong, and one makes you weak. Aho.